What's poppin', YouTube squad? Welcome to my channel. You too can be great. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow my page on Instagram. You too can be _gr8_channel. I do a lot of postings on what I'm gonna talk about, or if I'm doing giveaways, I can let y'all know. Now, today's discussion is on Gina Rodriguez. Now, I'm looking online, using my iPad here for notes, and I see that this heifer was listening to some music, I believe by the Fugees, and went and decided to go ahead and make a video of herself using this racial, the N-word, and then posting a piss poor excuse of apology, saying that she is sorry about what she posted on her Instagram page. And her apology was in the form of, I'm sorry that I said something that may offend some of you, because I was singing a song that I was familiar with, and I've been listening to since I was a child. And everybody on Instagram is lighting that ass up, because they're saying things like, she has cried before in the past when being accused of being anti-black. In several occasions, she's done things in the past that causes people to look at her and think that she is not, the way that she behaves is not appropriate. So now she's got to say the N-word. Let me tell you some of the things that they said. In an article I found, they said, on Tuesday, Gina Rodriguez broke down in tears after she was asked in an interview about criticism that referred to her in some of her recent statements as anti-black. Rodriguez has faced scrutiny for a series of comments she's made about race and gender in Hollywood. Specifically, she's been accused of pitting Black and Latina actresses against each other, and of shutting down conversations about the specific struggles Black actresses faced. Rodriguez insists that she never meant to hurt anybody, and that she dedicates herself to empower all women. The conversation regarding Rodriguez is complicated, but here's a breakdown of her statements and the criticisms that she received for them, which led up to Tuesday's interview. In 2017, Rodriguez tweeted about inclusion in Marvel and DC films as Black Panther. Y'all remember Black Panther? Wakanda Forever. That movie, when it was announced, when Black Panther began the promotional run leading up to its 2018 release in the summer of 2017, Gina Rodriguez responded to the news by tweeting, "Marvel and DC are killing it in inclusion in women, but where are the Latinos asking for a friend?" And then, while there's no doubt that Hollywood has far to go when it comes to on-screen representation for people of color, and Latinos more specifically, Rodriguez's remarks seemingly ignored the Latino actors already working on Marvel and DC projects. People were quick to point out that Zoe Saldana and Tessa Thompson, both Afro-Latinas, starred in Marvel films. Others pointed to several other Latino actors also working on DC and Marvel TV shows. And then the stuff that's been saying on Twitter is, I honestly wonder how Black Latinas like Gina Torres, Tatiana Ali, Tessa Thompson, and even the perpetually lost Zoe Saldana feel about Gina Rodriguez's consistent jab at Black women. But beyond that, Rodriguez's timing was called into question. Her remark came along as the first superhero film featuring a Black leading cast made its debut, which many consider to be reductive of a moment that wasn't about her, which is true. This is a tweet that somebody says, there 100% could be more for every POC. Instead of celebrating Black Panther, she chose to make it about representation instead of showing love. I didn't ask for representation when watching Crazy Rich Asians, because I was happy for them to finally get their shine. And another one said, it is quite possible for Gina Rodriguez to advocate for better Latino representation without constantly evoking African-American advances in a way that implies they're part of the problem. If she refuses to learn that, her cultural activism actually perpetuates the problem. Another interview during a 2018 press interview with Yara Shahidi, if you guys have seen her in Blackish, the black girl, the beautiful girl with beautiful hair. I mean, she's gorgeous. She was there, and now she's in Grownish. But there was an interview that was done with her and Yara Shahidi when she was asked about being a role model for Black women. In the clip that they showed, the interviewer asked Yara Shahidi about how she felt about being a role model to Black women. Before Shahidi could answer or even say anything to the interviewer, Rodriguez interrupted, "So many women." The comment was only a 2 and a 3-minute video clip, but put in context with her previous statement, many perceived that Rodriguez was inserting herself into a conversation she wasn't invited to and actively attempting to dismiss discussions specifically about Black women. Some people referred to the moment as Rodriguez All Lives Matter in Shahidi and the interviewer. Then a commenter on Twitter said, Gina Rodriguez really tried to derail the conversation by making it about all women when the interviewer was clearly talking to Yara Shahidi about black women. She does shit like this and wonder why Afro-Latinas be dragging her ass. Girl, do better. Shaking my head. And then they keep going. So we have all these different instances of how she behaved, including making a comment when she was talking about pay when it comes to Hollywood and female actresses. Rodriguez stated that Latinas were paid the least, which wasn't even true. This happened during a Porter Roundtable discussion about pay equity and diversity in Hollywood with Ellen Pompey, Gabrielle Union, and Emma Roberts. Rodriguez stated that Latinas were paid the lowest wages. White women get paid more than black women, she said. And black women get paid more than Asian women. Asian women get paid more than Latina women. And it's like a very scary space to step into. Then somebody wrote on Twitter, regarding Gina Rodriguez saying black actresses are paid more than Latina actresses, Sofia Vergara is the highest paid according to Forbes, $42.5 million. Kerry Washington is the only black actress on the list, and she's number 8. So basically, we have this pattern that she's created of running her mouth. This bitch is crazy. She just talks and she doesn't hear what she's saying. She just says stuff for the purpose of saying it. Doesn't have any common sense as to what it means. As it pertains to the N-word, because now you done showed your ass to the brink. You've already hit the peak. You've started slowly, now you hit the, we're done at this point. Let me explain to you why it's not okay. You can say, oh, you can do what everybody does. Evelyn Lozada did. Oh, I'm from New York. I think New York is giving people too many passes. You really are. Because it is not okay for people to be coming out the woodworks using the word. Tekashi 6ix9ine was using the word, and now he's shooting the foot at every black person that was around him in that gang that he was so affiliated with, and he's snitching on them too. We have all these people that want to go out of their way and make excuses that it is okay for them to use a word, that they really don't understand the negativity of the history from which it stems. Now, I understand that black people in this culture, in the American culture, have taken back the word as a term of endearment. Yes, it's a term of endearment between them, but that doesn't mean that every time that it is said, it is not supposed to be a constant reminder of the atrocities that occurred in this country that led to that word even being developed in the first place. What it means. When that word is said, Gina, with your dumb ass, there's only one of us. Between you and I, if it was me to you, there's only one of us that actually feels the brunt of it. And it does not include you. Afro-Latinas, when you talk about Afro-Latinas and what you say, she said, my father's Afro-Latina, so I can say it. When slaves were taken from Africa, they were also taken to other countries outside of the United States. They were taken to Latin America, by Portuguese, Spanish colonies. They were taken to those areas as well, not just the United States. But as it pertains to United States alone, outside of that environment, this country has had slavery since the 1600s, and it continued for several centuries. And even till today, even though they say slavery is not over, there's different types of slavery that are still occurring. A majority to blacks, like mass incarceration, police brutality, difference when it comes to jobs that we get, neighborhoods that we're living in. There's still things that even though slavery was technically supposed to have been over way back then, we're still fighting for equality. When that word is said by individuals like you that have no stake, no emotion behind why that even exists, that's what makes it wrong for you to say. So you can't go around and make the excuse that because you heard it in a damn song by Lauryn Hill, who's black, by the way, bitch, that it makes it okay for you to say what you said. Because she said, oh, I've been listening to the song and I just wanted to post it. Why is it that you didn't post some of the part of the song? Why would you have picked that specific line as what you were going to post on social media to the public? Because I think all y'all are getting too friendly with that word, and you're saying it because you think it's cool, because you want to fit in, because you want to be I'm cool, I want to be with the blacks and stuff like that. But when it comes time for you to pay up and really experience the things that we experience, you shy away and you're like, well, I'm Latina. The Afro disappears. But when in this situation, Gina, I'm tired of your mouth. I'm sick of you talking. You are not a good actor, because that piss poor apology you did not convince me that you were sorry. Because you started off by saying, I'm sorry if I offended anybody by listening to this music I've been listening to since I was a child, bitch. You still don't get it. You do not understand the history behind it. Telling me you're Afro-Latina is like Evelyn Lozada, like Jason Lee, like all these dumbass people that don't get it. Until you are able to even feel the same emotion that comes along with that term, you and everybody else out here that think it's just cool to say it cannot use it. So shut your ass up and go learn something that actually works to your benefit. Hell, stick to acting because that's what you feel like you want to expand yourself on, but don't go and say stupid stuff and then excuse yourself for it. Now, I didn't want to let y'all know that I'll be reviewing Married to Medicine, And I'm not going to do marriage boot camp this time around because the episode I did was kind of lackluster and it was just a waste of time. I don't want to do it. I am going to review, like I said, Real Housewives as it comes up. And if I find news, I'm going to let y'all know. But I just wanted to touch on this Gina situation and make sure that people understand that, no, I don't care if you're from New York. I don't care if you're dating black people. I don't care if you have black kids. I don't care. I don't. Because when you use words like that and you think it's just something loose to just say, you really don't get it. And it hinders the ability for us to change and to grow, because it's not just a term you can just use loosely. Yes, I understand that you see rappers use it, that you see black folks use it, and they're, oh no, what's up, my nigga, what's going on, da 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 da. No, yes, it's like that, but we also remember why it is even like that in the first place, and that does not affect you the same way. So no, bitch, I don't care if you tell me you're Afro-Latina. You cannot say it, especially when you've done other things in the past to basically let us know that you're advocating for Latina people. You cannot now come up here and say you're Afro-Latina. No, you're not, bitch. No, you're not. So shut up. Love y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love y'all. Bye.